Hello, you're welcome back to my channel. So this is the concluding part of our inbuilt corset with illusion wrapper that I made for this bride. I've treated the drafting and the sewing part. So this is the concluding part of this video, and we'll be treating the illusion wrapper here. So now the back panel has two pieces, and you will have to insert the wrapper before you install your zipper. I made the wrapper part to be about 12 inches different from the length of the skirt, and I'll have to drape it on this part of the back panel. You will leave about 2 or 3 inches from the waist, depends on what kind of draping you want to do. So now you pin that down and bring back the two pieces, the second piece of the back panel. So placing it together, that means the wrapper goes in between these two pieces. Okay, so I'll take it to the machine, I'll sew it, and I've installed the zipper. So you will really need to watch the video I have on that long pencil skirt, because that is the exact method I use for this. Having done that, I will unzip this part and trim out the excess of the zipper I have there, and then I'll fold it inside out like you can see me do, and I will sew about 4 inches. That's like the closure. I'm not sewing all around the waist circumference. I'll just measure about 4 inches there. Now from where the zipper starts, okay, so that's where I'll measure 4 inches, and then I'll do the same thing to the second part of the back panel. I'll sew it and stop and top stitch. So then I've already dressed it on the mannequin, and I'm trying to show how I drape this part, this organza detail that I have on the dress. So for the skirt part, I've dressed it on the mannequin, and then I'll need to get the midpoint of the blouse so it will get through to the skirt part. And before you do that, you try to make sure that the skirt is tight on the mannequin. You're measuring the half length, so you will have your skirt on your half length. The half length I have here is 17 inches, so I'll place the skirt on that half inch and make it tight around the waist. I decided to use the mannequin because the measurement I'm working with is almost what I have on the mannequin, so it makes it easier for me to do my draping. Other than that, you can do it on a table. You don't have to dress it on a mannequin if you don't have that size of mannequin, to what measurement you're using. So getting the midpoint to the skirt part, I'll need to use my pattern master just to trace out the V part, how I want it to look like, and then I'll do it on both sides, trying to make sure that everything is equal. If you don't want to go to and fro like I did, you can just make it on one part, just the slant that you want, the shape that you want. And when you cut it to the midpoint, you now fold it, you make it unfold to the other side, so you just get exact same thing on the second part of the front panel. So here I'm trying to make everything, the same thing on both sides. And when I'm done with that, I will just cut through that midpoint. Be careful so you won't cut the blouse parts. Okay, so I'm just cutting that to give me some ease to cut it out. So when I'm done cutting it out like so, I will need to trace this because I will take it to the machine to sew it. So I'll need to know the line I'm sewing it on. I'll be using ½ inch to stitch that part. Okay, so note the midpoint, and then I'll take it to the machine and sew this part. Okay, so for the draping part of the of the wrapper, you can just do it as you wish. Okay, drape it from one corner to the other, and of course you need to take your time and make it very beautiful. Okay, so we are done with that, and this is the details of, the final details I added to the dress. And we want it to really look like a second wrapper. So that's it. If this video adds any value to you at all, please like and share, comment